Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle and we're gonna just do a simple project tonight. As you can see, I have my cat out, but if you guys remember back a few, quite a few videos back, when I thought this was an owl. Yeah. So we're going to finally do this cat, owl, whatever we want to call it, because that's what we're doing. And then I have a bat one left. I do have some new molds coming in from Temu, so hopefully they get here pretty soon. They have cleared customs, so I'm just waiting on them to arrive. So we will have some fun new things to do. All right, so some of this is underneath on my mat. So what I've done is I have mixed up 6 ounces of resin. I think it's going to be too much, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough because we can always make something else. So for some reason, my TV is not working with my phone tonight. So if I go off frame, I apologize in advance. I can't see what you guys are seeing, so I'm just kind of winging it. So I've just got my Let's Resin chrome marker in the gold. So we're going to do this one in the gold. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to paint these stars in gold. So I do have my resin in the debubbler, and guys, I just saw that Let's Resin has come out with a new debubbler, so I am going to be saving up for that because I definitely want that one. So I probably won't be buying any molds because I'm going to save all of my money towards that. Oh, and I'll clean those. Well, maybe I should clean those little spots up as I go, right? Because if I don't, there is a tendency that they dry and then I can't get them up. So I'm just putting a little bit of 91% alcohol on my little micro brush to clean up around it. I'm not worried about the alcohol because that will just dissipate. So, and I'm trying not to get my head in. Like I said, I can't see what you guys are seeing. So I figured by the time I got this done, my resin would be done. And by the time I mix my resin, this will have dried. So we're going to be good to go. So I'm thinking about doing something once I demold it. So this part is going to be, you know, pretty much straightforward, painting these. But I'm going to try something once we demold it. So, all right. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And if it helps if you keep shaking your markers, I have found. So I have spent my whole day today rearranging my living room. I brought some Halloween stuff out. I'm not going overboard because normally I would decorate the beginning of September, but because I didn't do that this year, I only brought out a few things. So, you know, it does kind of, excuse me, it does kind of look like, you know, Halloween when you walk in. So it's all good. But I am exhausted. And then we had leftover pork loin from Sunday. So I made homemade French fries with that. And I don't know if it's because I was cleaning all day or what, but wow, that just hit the spot. And I way overate, and now my belly is way too full. So I'm like, well, I am going to go down and get a video, let this food digest a little bit. It is almost 8:30 p.m. So, you know, I'm just going to let this dry overnight. I'm not going to put it on the heat mat or in the curing machine or anything like that. We'll just let it do its thing. So by putting the paint on like this, when you pour your resin, you don't have to worry about your paint like wearing off if there's a lot of people handling your piece. So if possible, it definitely pays to, you know, color whatever you want colored first before you put your resin in. And these markers work really good. They were a set, I believe, of 3 gold or 3 silver, and I got all 3 of each. There's a medium and a fine point and a thicker one, because I needed something that had like a fine point on it for those, you know, like little pieces. And these just work really, really well. So I am going to mix the black holographic glitter into my resin, into my black. So it's going to be a black cat with gold. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm trying to stay in frame for you guys, because I can't tell. And I didn't want to not do a video because I wouldn't have anything for Monday night. So just because I spent all day cleaning upstairs, but it was so worth it, because now I have the next few days where I can finish cleaning up down here, work on some projects. All right, we're just about done. And I think my resin will be done. Oh, I got a little cleanup there. All right, let me take my micro brush and I've got a few little areas here that I kind of splattered. So I'm just putting a little bit of alcohol just to kind of clean that up. I don't think it will show because of the black glitter, and where it's holographic, it's going to have some different colors in it anyways. I just cleaned this and I'm already getting stuff in there. All right, so I do want to do this. And my resin is just about done. And because I'm using glitter, it's not really that big of a deal, but I mean, if you can help get the bubbles out, then you just, you know, you're that much better off. Oh, crap. So I will see when I demold this if what I have in my head is going to work. And if I missed any spots, I can go back over it with this pen once we demold it, but I would like to not have to do that. You just don't want to go over it too many times because it will pull the paint away if you don't let it completely dry. All right. So I have a little bit in here. All right. Let me grab my resin. All right, so I mixed up 6 ounces and I just divided it into 2 cups. And I think I'm gonna color 4 ounces and start with that. And I gotta clean my stick off, so I'm gonna grab another one. And let me grab my pigment paste. All right, so this is just the black pigment paste. And they say you should always like mix your pigment paste around. This one has never separated. It's not real thick. I don't even know what brand it is, but so we're just gonna put that in and we're gonna call it good. All right, so let me, we're just gonna stir this really good. And I probably will add a little bit of the clear glue. It just helps your glitter from sinking, even though this isn't a really, you know, it's not a deep mold at all. But I don't want the front to be like so overpowering with the glitter and there's nothing left in the, you know, on the sides or anything like that. So I am, all right, let me just move this out of the way. And we're gonna mix some in. This is really pretty in the black. So I'm gonna start with 2 scoops and see where we're at with it. I'll probably have to add more, but I don't know if you can see that little bit of glitter in there. We're gonna put 1 more scoop. All right, so that I think is going to be good. It's not too overpowering, but yet it's in there enough. Let me grab my glue. It's usually like 1 ounce, 1 drop per ounce. I've got 4. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, the ratio isn't, it's, to me, it's not as important as, like, see how goopy that is? So I think that's going to be a good amount to keep it from just, like, completely sinking to the bottom of the mold, which is going to be our front. So we obviously don't, you know, don't want that to happen. Let me grab another piece of tape and just, because I have a few things in here that I honestly don't even know how they get in there. They just kind of seem to find their way in, and there's no way out after that. All right. So we're just going to pour this, and then we're going to just let this set. And I'm not going to spray this with any alcohol because I don't want it to dislodge my paint. But you can see just by me pouring it how thick it is. Like, you have to literally cut it with like a knife. All right. So I'm definitely going to need the rest of it, because this is one part of the candle holder right here. And that noise you hear is my husband we're making ice, so he's just breaking it up in the ice machine. We actually have a commercial ice maker, which we love. All right, I am gonna spray this piece. So I'm thinking 5 ounces would have filled this, and I only made 4. So I'm gonna pour I'll pour 1 ounce in here, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of the pigment paste and some more of the glitter. All right. All right, and we're gonna put a good scoop of the glitter. And I'm gonna add 1 drop of glue. Guys, I hope I'm in frame for you guys. And I want this full, but I don't want this part here domed. Because I think if I remember on one of my previous ones, it was better to not be domed. But I do want to finish filling the cat. I don't know how, when I first opened this mold, guys, that I did not see the tail, and I think I saw the eyes and I just assumed that it was an owl. You guys know by now that have been following me, I am not the brightest star in the sky by any means. Sometimes I look at things quick. I don't take time to process what it is, and yeah, it's, you know, it's just one of those things. All right. So we're gonna call that good. I mean, I could use a little bit more in the head. Clean my sticks. All right. So I think I'm just, because this end is fine. I know my table is a little off. But I just want to make sure that his head is full. All right. So I have got these little things, and somebody said they were beads, but they're not looking like beads to me, guys, because it's almost like little mountains in here. So I am going to, do I color it or do I leave it clear? That is the question. That is the million-dollar question, because I don't know what they are. So, you know what? We're going to just pour them clear, because I want to know what they are. I got these in some Happy Mail, and they've just really been like on my mind. I should have poured some alcohol. As to, you know, what they can be. So the only way I'm going to know is we're going to have to pour. So I'm going to pour them clear. Well, as clear as we can get them with my dirty fingers. But at least then when I demold them, I will know, you know, what they're supposed to be. All right. So, yeah, no, I got some black in this one. That's fine. Because right now, I just want to know, you know, like, what are they? All right. So I'm gonna spray this, and I'm gonna try to wipe the excess off. And then I guess we will know tomorrow what they are, right? All right, so we do have a bubble right there. It's wanting to come up. And I'll just use this clear to just kind of finish filling. Like I said, I'm not moving this. I'm gonna just leave this right here to cure overnight, and I will demold in the morning. So I would say a good 5.5 ounces for this particular one, for sure. And the only reason that I was going light on it is because I wanted to do that mold right there. Because since I opened the package yesterday, I am like, what is that? There's something in there. It's not a bead. For sure, it's not a bead. But what is it? So now we're going to find out. All right, get a few bubbles out. I'm just going to spray this, and we are going to leave it. I just want to make sure that I get like around the eyes. Kind of around this. I don't want any cling on bubbles. And usually when I use the glue, I don't usually end up with too many bubbles. Sometimes I think I make bubbles by like going around the edges. So we are just going to leave it. The tail is definitely domed. Let's see. Just seeing if this kind of makes it a little bit more even. But I don't want this to overflow, so. Because I got the black in there, it looks dirty now. I'm thinking I should like put some alcohol ink or something in there. But I'm just gonna leave it and we will see. All right, so that is looking good. Alrighty, guys. I will be back in the morning for demold. Have a great night, guys. Alrighty, guys, we are back, and I demolded one of these because I was dying to see what it was. So one of you guys in the comments were correct. They are not beads. So, do you want to know what they are before we unmold and put this thing together? They are baby skulls. If I could hang on to them. Look how cute. You could make these into earrings or anything. So it came out really good. There's a few, something right there. I think that was in the mold. They are a little bit difficult to get out, I will tell you that. So let me just move this. And I am just going to, I'm going to try to do it this way. Oh, that worked so much better. Because when I popped that other one out, it wanted to shoot clear across the room. Okay. So let me just get these. I'll just pick this little bitsy off. And I'm trying to stay in frame, guys. My TV is still not connecting with my phone. It did it one time when we had lost power. It took like a few days before it would work again. And because I unhooked everything yesterday to rearrange my living room, I think that's why it's doing it. But I'm going to try my best. If I stay on my green mat, I should stay in frame. All right. I mean, these are so little, guys. They're hard to, like, you know. I mean, look at how cute these are. So these are definitely going to come in handy. We will definitely be doing some more of these. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So let's put these over here for now. And let's get Miss Kitty out. All right, I'm gonna start with one of the easier bits. Look how pretty that came out. So that is part of the shelf. Okay. Oh, look at how pretty that is. All right, so let's get the kitty out. And hopefully we have no bubbles on the front where those stars and stuff were, because I didn't run my tool around it because I had painted the top, so I didn't want to screw anything up. Sometimes it works easier doing it this way to unmold. See, especially when you have like little intricate pieces. All right. Oh, that came out really nice. So, what I was thinking is I'm going to get my my resin tape, and we're going to cover the eyes, and I'm going to fill it with some UV resin to give him some color. I'm going to fill in the moon, and I'm almost thinking that I want to put gold glitter like in the center of these. I'm not sure. We will try it. We'll see a couple of different ways. So I'm going to put you on a pause. I'm going to get my UV stuff out, and then we will move on. All right, so I've got my stuff out. So for the eyes, I'm going to do the glow in the dark and the orange. And I'm going to mix a little bit of the glow in the dark yellow and white for the moon. The only thing I forgot was my tape. So I want to tape the back of those eyes. And let me see if I can run my deburring tool just to knock down any of the high spots on these eyes. Because I want it to lay, I want the tape to lay flat, so I mean, there's not a lot, but I want to get it as flat as I can. All right, I think that's gonna work. All right, so we're gonna got a few little bits here. All right. So let's get some of this orange. Let me shake this up. This is the Light Wish UV Glow in the Dark. I do have a link and a discount code in the description box. And I'm going to do both at the same time, so I can try and make sure that they're somewhat the same depth. All right. So let's pop that under the light. And I'm gonna move my probe so that I have the bottom part coming on as well. There we go. All right, so while that's curing, let me get some of the gold glitter. This is just the ultra fine. I think I had got this at probably Walmart like years ago. But you guys can find gold glitter anywhere. All right, so I am going to hold it with my hand because I don't and I'm only going to do a little bit because I don't know if it's going to like look right. I don't know. But we're going to find out. All right, so we just got a little bit here. So I'm going to stick it on top of my light so that it doesn't cure. And I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow and the white and we'll mix this. This is the dark yellow. And this is the white. And I didn't mix the other one. They're so thick though, I don't really think it matters. All right. So that just kind of muted that down a little bit, which is exactly what I wanted. All right, so those eyes are cured. So let's get our moon. Oop, there is two little bubbles by the moon, but that's okay. I just figured this just might give it a little bit more depth or something going on. All right, so let me pop some bubbles. All right, so and I will finish curing those hard after. I just want to get them so they're kind of like staying in place. So I know I definitely want to do that centerpiece with the gold sparkle. So I'll just see how that goes before I make more and we do the stars. So me wipe this, and I'm gonna use the bigger ball and just try to get some in there. Now I got a bubble in here as well. Of course I do. I don't know, I just kind of figured this might might step it up a notch. And then I'll have to use my skinnier one to kind of spread it around. Yeah, I definitely got some bubbles in this piece here. It's looking good. I just don't know if it's making it worse or better. I definitely am liking that, so I'm gonna take this tape off before it all right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna get that cured. I will mix up some more because I really like the look of it. All right. All right. All right, so I am gonna put a little bit more in here because I think it's definitely gonna look better if it's full. I think it's just going to give it a little bit more of a sparkle factor. Oh, crap. And if I keep making a mess, I'm going to end up having to top coat this whole thing. All right, so let me do, I'll do 2 stars, and that way we'll kind of get to see if it's gonna look good or not. Oh yeah, I think that's definitely going to, it's gonna make it. I'm gonna do the bigger ones first with this end, and then I can switch to my smaller one. Trying to stay in frame here, guys. Come on. All right. So what I'll do is I will finish filling these up, and then I'll come back and show you the finished look, and then we'll put it together. All right. All righty. So got that done. So I will do a top coat. I wiped it down with some alcohol, but it made it streaky. So I'm just gonna let it finish hardening, and then I will probably just do a top coat over the top with some UV resin. So yeah, but just to finish this video up, let's show you how we put this together. So this is the piece that Yep, that's supposed to. It's supposed to squeeze right in there, but it's not. All right, let's see if we can. No, because I'm doing it backwards. What an idiot. Jeez. Oh, look when you do it the right way, guys. Yeah. I know you were probably all screaming, it's the wrong way. Yeah, I know. Sometimes, you know, it's the morning and I've only had one coffee, so. But I am going to, I think, have to trim some of this. And I hate trimming when it's still somewhat soft because it doesn't trim good. And if I could get it in there while it is nice and hard, while it's still soft, it will bond and I won't have to glue it. So I definitely filled it a little too much, probably. A little bit more over here. There we go. And there we have it. Our nice little kitty with some glow-in-the-dark eyes and a little glow-in-the-dark moon. I think it came out cute. And this is so you could hang your necklaces or whatever. So, I don't, this mold has got some weird marks on it or something. Unless it's just my sticky fingers. That could be too. Yeah, it might have been my sticky fingers. So yeah, and of course I didn't get a candle out, but what I will do is I will put a little thingy here so you can hang them on the wall, and I am going to, let's see, I am going to take these pieces out and just let them cure. I will get some photos first, and then I'll take it apart and I'll let it cure until it's nice and firm, and then I'll put it back together because it's still kind of bendy. Alrighty guys, I will see you on the next one. Alrighty guys, I figured I would hop back on because I ended up top coating the whole thing because I think I wiped it. It was still soft when I wiped it and it caused streaks. So I'm like, yeah, no. So it's been under here for almost 5 minutes. So I just wanted to kind of show you. So what I did is I put the shelf on. So I UV coated this and I cured it. And then I UV coated the bottom and I cured it. And then I held it this way and I UV coated all of around where the candle goes. And then I cured the whole thing for 5 minutes. So this is now what our finished piece looks like. And I am so happy with it. So I'm glad that I ended up doing the UV coat over the top. So I just figured I would jump back on and explain to you guys what I did and show you the finished piece. I will get some pictures. I still haven't tried to see if the eyes in the moon glow yet, but I will do that on some pictures. So, alrighty, this time I'm really off. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.